pick six.
7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Off play action on first down. It's Murphy. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Turns on the Jets. Touchdown Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well stop playing.
These guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's talk about Alabama. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Good blocking, good running, pick up of 6 out to the 30.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Adams. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Adams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Sets up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Floats it out in space. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally. You got to be in the right place at the right time.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to get the edge on the right. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
The Sooners are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Murphy. Here's a hit. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
I know it was in good.
Here's the handoff. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Toledo. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Owens. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. To the air, it's Murphy. Bringing the heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put
at the 36. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll give it to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give to the tailback. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Got it behind the line. It's Young. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Now they'll run it on the toss. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Complete to the left. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. big fourth down coming. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double-team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
They'll try to run for it. And game tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Russell. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Now the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has... Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Trying play action. Buys a little extra time. Unleashes one. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Owens. Now the pitch. Spins away from the defender. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Murphy. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Grab near the marker. It's Sategna. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays. Because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wants to throw again. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Inside the 25. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good to...
Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll immediately call timeout.
And I tell you what, when you get inside the 3, I think your tendency is to run the football, run the football, run the football. The offense, try to change it up a little bit, maybe try to throw it. I don't like it, and obviously it didn't work, but at least you got a few more downs.
Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
That's a great job of just trusting your offensive line to get it done, scoring the touchdown. An extra point's going to tie this thing up right before halftime. And after that run, I think they're going to feel more confident running it in the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off the play fake on first down. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it on the outside. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Russell. Quarterback moving. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the carry on third down. Back to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's...
There he goes! Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Working well behind the sticks on second down. On the option. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped. Oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside that are going to make plays, obviously it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Dropping back, it's Murphy. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft.
Touchdown Sooners! And that one will give him the lead.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
the end zone, it's Hampton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The corners are walked up tight. Trying to get the edge on the toss. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder.
We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they duck their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Stays on the field, maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
To throw, it's Murphy. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Finding an escape route. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
It's a seam wide open. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's Russell. Oh, he wants it all. It's caught. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly. They've had receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
DB's right up on the receivers. That's got it. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Yeah, and this offense, that's what they do. Last week he had 2 rushing touchdowns. They're going to feature him. They're going to get physical, especially inside the 5-yard line. You're going to feed this guy the football. This offense has had success in the past giving him the ball.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Toledo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And That's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gets the back moving. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going for a big play downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Now facing a third and long. Oh, better look out. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Sooners! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth quarter lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Keeps looking downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Russell. Makes the catch. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The snap sets up the throw. Swings it out to his running back. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
Man, just know it, because I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up fourth.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
What a great stop by this defense. Way to bow your neck. Now you got a chance to give the offense the football back, go out, try to make something happen late in this game, and maybe walk away with a victory.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Give to the running back. Powers through the defender. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Scanning the field, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
And third down for a defensive lineman, trust me, I'm one of them, is money down. Go get me that quarterback, make the stop, get him to fourth down. The defensive line, the defense was ready to rock and roll. Nice job.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking the deep shot. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she did.
Runs through a tackle. Got enough for the first. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Really nice job by the running back here in the fourth quarter, picking up that first down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you,